Hey everybody, so it's been a while since I checked in. So today's my day for videos. I did one for our boot camp refugees, as I call them, and one for our main group. So I thought I'd pop over here and do one for the YouTube. So we just finished our very first ever Veto boot camp. Wow, was it fun? And it was, you guys, I had 14 attendees and 9 of them did spectacular. We with great weight losses, great, fallen food cravings, just everything that we wanted. It far exceeded my expectations. It couldn't have been better if I would have hand picked how I wanted it to go. And I did have some hopes and dreams and fantasies about how I wanted it to go, but I didn't have any real expectations because I'd never done it. And I did not know how my method would translate with other people trying to do it. But we had a blast in boot camp. It was an online boot camp. Every morning, I jumped up every morning like at 5:30 in the morning, got everything prepped and ready, and then I went live around 9:30 a.m. West Coast time, which would make it around noon for the people on the East Coast. And we go live, and I would show how to prep all that day's foods and ingredients and get everything ready for your day. And then I would also do another go live video later in the day with just some ideas and tips and trips and just some stuff. And it was a blast. We had a blast. It was so fun to see everybody's pictures of their favorite foods that they were making, learning how to make the little protein toast thing that I was teaching them, learning how to make the pea base, which is kind of like a pea-based ricotta thing. It was so fun. If you guys need a jump start, you need to jump into the boot camp. We have boot camp number 2 starts on the 11th, but you have to be paid by July 1st, and you have to be ready. You have a registration turned in. It's a lot of stuff. So if you're interested in it, send me an email to cammyblack_ll@yahoo.com, and I will send you the information as quickly as I can, and you can see if you want to do it. And it's worth it. It's worth it. I wish you could talk to some of the attendees. And you could if you come and join my group. Veto. It's a vegan low carb veto on Facebook, and in that group you can ask people that have done it how they like it, what all they did in there, how much weight they lost. One of our girls lost 19.8 pounds. I mean, it was pretty phenomenal. We had some phenomenal stuff going on in there. So yeah, you should check it out. So, and what else is going on in the low carb world? Well, I weighed in today at 148.2, which is a nice steady weight for me. I've been in maintenance now since February. I've never been in maintenance so long, you guys. I've never been in maintenance, ever. And I didn't even realize that I didn't know how to do maintenance until this time when I started this. And one of the things that I started almost right away was teaching myself how to do maintenance and teaching myself how to think thinner, be thinner, eat thinner, all that stuff. I started that right away this time because I wasn't going to give my body the same chance and my mind the same chance to lose all the weight, fight that hard to get that damn weight off again. Because I mean, I've lost 100 pounds like four other times in my life, right? It's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to take all that weight up and turn around and gain all that weight back. I'm not doing it this time. So I made a lot of changes and a lot of lifestyle changes, a lot of mental changes, emotional changes, and it was so worth it. I got to show you guys something I found today. So I was cleaning my office because my office was a wreck because, again, we just moved. But I lost a piece of paper about our home mortgage stuff that I needed. And I basically had to clean the whole office to find it, which I did. I found it, by the way. I also found a couple other little things as I'm going through all these things. This is where I tracked my weight. And I don't know what year it was. It says MGM grams, so it could have been any time. 335, 329, 317, 310, 296. Now this, I remember this because I remember when I got under 300 pounds thinking, oh my God, I'm under 300 pounds. Oh my God. And I was so excited. I was so freaking excited, right? Then I bounced back up to 304. And then I went 304, 304, 304, 302, 309, 304, 307, 305, 303. Do you understand what happened when I hit these smaller 300 numbers? My body was resetting to a lower weight. But I didn't know that back then. I did not understand the value of a reset. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how that worked. I get it now. If I would have known, I could have just relaxed and let it reset and then kept going. But I didn't know, and I probably bounced back up because here's another one. I was back to 335, 338, 326. Do you realize that I'm almost 200 pounds? Oh, I am. I'm over I'm 220 pounds under my highest weight that was ever recorded, which was 368 something. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, for the last, I say 5, 6 years, I've hung in around 245, 265, so like 100 under that. But I'm only 5'3¾". Now, try to imagine me at 368 at 5'3¾ I remember one time measuring, and I was rounder than I was tall in inches. And I was like, holy shit, how can I be taller around than I am tall, right? It's like, oh my God. But I was, and it is possible, and a lot of people can identify with that, right? So yeah, this is kind of cool to find. I'm glad that I save all these weird little scraps of paper and stuff. I'm glad that I do stuff like that, because I find these, and I think I found another one somewhere today. Oh yeah, here's one. Oh, this is one where I did measurements. Oh lordy, oh Lord. Yeah, I'll read that in private later. That was some big measurements. I actually did a measurement not very long ago in our group when I had done this fast, a 7-day fast, and my waist was 27.5, I think, or something. I was like, and on there it's like 65. Yeah. It's good to record things. It's good to track things. It's good to keep that information, because if you ever do get to a place where you're happy with yourself, that can either keep you there. You know what I'm saying? Looking at these things, I'm gonna tape these up somewhere where I have to look at them every day and think, don't want to go back to that again. Don't want to do that again. I just don't want to do that again. I don't want to ever have to fight this hard again. I don't. But you know what? Here's the funny thing about doing low carb the Vito way. I didn't have to fight that hard this time. And I don't have to fight in maintenance, because what we figured out about the power of the greens and the combination of the greens with the lemon juice and with the avocado and how that works is magic. And I know I say that every time I make this video. I know you guys probably think, man, she's crazy. She's always saying this just magic. But it is like a magical thing. And I wouldn't say it was magic if I was the only person that it worked on. I would just think, well, I found something worse for me. Oh, well, but it's not just me. It's other people. It works for other people. It works for my husband. It works for the kids. It works for the grandkids. It can work for anybody. It's just a method that you have to apply, and you have to do it every day, and you have to give your body a chance to adjust to it. And once you do, it's like swimming. It just comes, or riding a bicycle. It just comes second nature. You won't have to worry about forgetting how to do it. You won't have to worry about that it'll suddenly stop working. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. I've been doing this now since November of 2020. Well, I started in October of 2020, but okay, the green part, I didn't start until later in the summer of 2021, but I started the low carb in 2020, and I've never backtracked even at all. And I don't miss things. I really don't. There are ways to get things that you do miss. I'm a really good cook and a really good at-home chef, so I can pretty much take anything that we love and turn it into a low carb dish, one way or the other. I make a low carb chili that would knock your socks off. And if you don't believe me, ask my boot campers, because we had low carb chili. Yeah, low carb chili is amazing. So anyway, there's lots of things that I could show you if you ever are interested in doing a low carb type of vegan eating style. If weight is an issue for you doing high carb, and it was for me, I love being vegan. From the day I went vegan, I've never looked back. But the high carb, low fat, as much as I love potatoes and beans and breads and all that stuff, it did not love me. It did not love me a little, not even a little tiny bit. I did a thing called Mary's Mini, a potato diet. Nothing but potatoes for 2 weeks. Oh dear Lord, I gained weight every single day, and I was weighing myself every day. And you would have thought that as soon as I started seeing this weight gain every day, I would have done something. First, I tried backing off on the potatoes. That it wasn't helping me. I just kept gaining weight, right? And pretty soon I was eating so few potatoes that I was freaking starving, because I was afraid to eat as many potatoes as I had started out, because I gained so much weight. I gained weight through the whole thing. I still did it. I did the whole 2 weeks. I had to know that it wasn't me, right? That it was the food. Because I kept thinking, well, maybe it's going to kick in. Maybe it's going to kick in. Yeah, I gained a bunch of weight. That did not work for me. I can't do potatoes. I can't do beans, because beans hurt me in other ways. And bread, as much as I love bread, and I love bread so much that I've learned almost every low carb bread recipe on YouTube. I've tried them all. I have my favorites now. But yeah, I was going to make sure that I learned how to get me some bread. Okay, but the other kind of bread doesn't work for me. Just doesn't. And rice, rice is like potatoes. Rice and potatoes are my kryptonite. Yeah, They are. They just are. There's nothing I can do about it. That's just the way it is. This video is already getting longer than I meant it to be. Okay, guys, I just wanted to check in, tell you everything's good here in low carb land. I told you guys several videos ago that I was not going to stop checking in, that I was going to let you guys see what it was like living life in low carb land. Life is so good in low carb land that my husband got me a little blow up pool, but it was really nice. Got a bench in it. There were all kinds of stuff because that's what I wanted. We don't have a lot of room here. And I'm out there in my little pool in my bathing suit thinking, you know, I would have never done that a couple years ago or even last year, probably. Life is good. Life is really good when you're on this side of things. And it's really good to be in maintenance and not even have to stress about it, not even have to work at it. It's just happening naturally. Yeah, life is good. Ciao, people. See you soon.